Greetings and salutations to all my SEO friends and family. Ralph out here with another video. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell button so you can be notified whenever I upload new videos. Now, this is the biggest mistake that I made in 2018 with my rank and rent business, with ranking and renting my Google My Business listings. This is the biggest mistake that I made, and that was this. I did not niche down. There's a reason for why I didn't niche down. There was a change in the algorithm. I thought that you could just rank for an entire city regardless of location, but Google mainly focuses on location now more than anything else. So because of that, I know I just kind of jumped right into it. Because of that, that was the biggest error that I made. So let me explain to you in more detail what the error was, and it was this. All right, so here I'm in Orlando. I started a Google My Business bounce house rental website for the Orlando area. I got an address with the city Orlando in it, and I proceeded to rank that Google My Business listing. Now, the next thing that I did was I jumped over to another niche, which was limo service rentals. And then I jumped over to another niche, which was scooter rental services. So I got about 4 different addresses, all for different niches. Now, that's for different brands, I would say. And that's the biggest problem, right? I should have utilized those addresses for the bounce house rental service that I have. Well, the bounce house rental service that the brand or the niche that I built. I should have used it for that and that alone, those addresses, because I'm just spreading myself too thin. That's the biggest mistake that I made. And here's why. I said it earlier, Google mainly focuses on geolocation more than anything. So before, I wanted to rank for the keyword bounce house rental Orlando, but there's different areas. Orlando is a pretty big city, right? And just in Orlando alone, there are different, business listings that I could have acquired in the Orlando area, and that I still am going to acquire in the Orlando area and surrounding areas. And if I would have made them under the same brand, I should say, I could have gotten more business for the client that I have for that listing. Instead, I just focused in on all these other different brands, which now I'm going to go back in the future and expand on those brands. But right now I need to focus on the one brand that I actually have a client for. And I have clients for those other brands too, for the limo service. I have one, but I haven't focused on it because I've been kind of trying to figure out what should I do next. And I'm like, okay, Ralph, this is what you do, which is this: to focus on one brand at a time and get business listings for that brand in areas that they service. Once you find a good client, a good client that, number one, can pay you, number two, can handle the work, 3, can answer phone calls. Those are like the 3 things that they have to do: be able to pay you, handle the work, and answer phone calls. Once you find a good client like that, you can expand, right? Your brand. You can expand that brand with different business listings. And that's what I should have did, because I have a good guy who, I know he's making over $250,000 a year. So he's doing good. He just bought some, he's always buying new equipment. He has new stuff, fresh stuff. So he's doing well. Anywho, that's what I should have did. I should have used those addresses and focused in on expanding that brand. I probably would be, with him right now, probably like $1,200 a month, just on the addresses that I currently have. So yeah, that's the biggest mistake. So I don't want to say niche down, because put it like this here: you don't have to niche down, but there's only but so much expansion I can do in the area of Orlando, right? Or the surrounding areas. I'm only going to expand as far as he can handle it. So if he can handle 15 business listings in 15 different locations, that's what I'll do, right? Which I'm pretty sure he can at this point. So that's what I would do. Now, the next step would be, after I'm done with expanding that brand. Let's say it takes 6 months to rank all of the properties. Now, and he's good, he set everything, is systemized and ready to go. Now is the time to move on to, let's say, the limo service, right? That would be the time to say, okay, now let's expand the brand of the limo service rental company and get different business listings for that and expand that brand, So that's the way you do it. So the biggest mistake that I did not do is I wouldn't say niche down. I would say focus on one brand at a time. That's what I'll say. Focus on one brand at a time. And that is how you will, or you should grow your rank and writ business, especially if you're using Google My Business Listings. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next video.